That's not all on the front of the Australian. The splash is an exclusive from Patrick Commons, the economics correspondent, who's got his hands on some interesting numbers. Now, the headline reads, China wolf, all bark, no bite. So China's coercive restrictions on Australian exports such as coal, wine and lobster have had virtually zero impact on the economy, underlying the resilience of the nation to future assaults. As producers diversify away from our largest but increasingly unreliable trading partner, and it looks as though some of our exporters haven't been as badly hurt as feared. Emily, we moved pretty quickly into new markets, didn't we?
Oh, we did, and it's great to see how agile Australian producers are and how able they were to diversify and not lose money. There was a lot of products that were sold to Hong Kong, to Taiwan, to India, and we've really developed those relationships, which is incredibly important if we want to be as stable. We don't want to be too dependent on China. That said, I think we should still be working to maintain strong ties with China and strong trading ties in particular, because one of the #1 rules of business is don't shoot, bomb, or otherwise harm your customer or who's supplying you with goods. So I think that's a good security measure, is having that good relationship with China, but it's also important to have a diverse group of people that we can sell our goods to if something happens, if there's a relationship breakdown, whether it's with China or any other country. We need to not have our economy be decimated.
And Ollie, I think that the wine industry was the one that took the initial hit. I know that we were able to move many of our other exports earlier in the piece. We seem to have recovered. Do you think that industry groups here and people who, exporters in general, have learned their lesson?
Well, they have to, don't they, Caro? I think it highlights to people in all sorts of industries that you can't be reliant on one sole customer. I'm thinking here of iron ore, though, and obviously that hasn't been affected because, of course, where you and I are here in Perth, our whole state would be decimated if it wasn't for our largest trading partner in China buying all of our iron ore. So I think this is a really good lesson for Australian industry, and something that probably every businessman and woman has to grapple with at the moment if they are an exporter, to just see what markets are available or potentially interested in Australian products if they can't sell it domestically and they're so reliant on one country. I think it shows the resilience and the agility of the particular industries which have obviously found new markets. And this is hopefully going to encourage, that further Australian ingenuity to look further afield and sign, for our government as well, to sign other free trade agreements with countries which we've been entertaining for some time. I know at Caro we've had a greater involvement with India in the past couple of years in particular. There's been moves, obviously, to our more traditional trading partners in Europe and in the United Kingdom. So, that's all encouraging, but you've always got to find new customers and making sure in any business that you're able to grow and diversify your product range and your customer base, or otherwise, your particular products or industries are going to potentially become obsolete. Yeah, and we don't want that. We definitely, we're a trading nation. Absolutely. We definitely need our import and export partners.